You know, when you think of James Bond, you probably think of a suave, confident, fearless, physically fit specimen of a man, well read, sophisticated, good with gadgets, good with women. Well, today I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. This is what a real James Bond looks like. This is a real international man of mystery. He's so good at it, in fact, that he might actually be a woman, according to some reports and findings. As I've covered a lot on this channel, Tinubu is the beneficiary of the most controversial presidential election ever in Nigeria's history. It was so controversial, in fact, that even Tinubu's lawyers in the tribunal are asking for a rerun as part of his defense. The worst of it all is Tinubu had barely spent 2 months as president before he declared his intention to enter into armed conflict with our closest neighbors, Niger Republic, saying that he wants to restore democracy back to Niger Republic. This singular act could set West Africa back for decades, for generations even. And Tinubu is doing all this as the chairman of the Economic Community of West African States. That's the chairman of the Economic Community of West Africa is looking to destroy the economy of West Africa. Did I say it was James Bond? I meant Blofeld. He's Stavro Blofeld, James Bond's worst enemy. Because the thing about Tinubu is that the more you learn about him, the more you realize you know less and less about him, which is usually not how learning works. As it stands now, we really can't verify anything about the man. Like literally, we can't verify his age, we can't verify his place of birth, we can't even verify his name, as it turns out, according to some reports. But one thing that Tinubu has always held on to as part of his verification was that he studied at the Chicago State University in America. Which brings me to the topic of this video. Obi King to ease no eye, coming out with the music to ease your mind. Hi guys, it's Obi King once again in the house with another video for you guys. Today I want to talk about the latest mystery in the series of not knowing things about Tinubu, his university results at the Chicago State University, or lack of university results, however you want to see it. As I mentioned earlier, Tinubu's strongest claim is that he graduated from Chicago State University in the United States of America. And not only did he claim to graduate from this university, he claimed to graduate with honors, like he was an honor student. This is an amazing accomplishment. You would think that Chicago State University would want to honor him in some way. You would think that they would be happy about this. You would think that they want to name a library after him or name a campus after him. You would think they want to announce to the world that we raised the president in our hallowed halls. But instead, what we have is the complete opposite. They don't want us to see his results. In fact, they said it's none of our business. It even got to the point that the university locked their Twitter accounts. And I don't blame them. They were getting absolutely roasted in the comments. They locked their comments on Instagram as well. Chicago State University, do you really sell certificates? Oh, apparently they locked their Facebook page too. Wow. I don't want to state the obvious here, but this is a conspiracy that goes deep. Even when you check out Ancestry.com that contains the yearbooks of Chicago State University among other American universities, you discover that 1979 class is missing for some reason. Conspicuously missing. Imagine being a student in that school in 1979 class and all of a sudden all your information is wiped off because of one person apparently. I mean, I'd be pissed personally if it was me. Like, I should sue. I'd sue if I were you. And that's another thing. I mean, his classmates at that school should be able to verify that he went there. So I don't even see what the issue is, but it's just strange why they are trying to cover up whatever they are trying to cover up. Like, what are you guys hiding? And it becomes doubly suspicious when you realize that they are doing all this damage control for a man who submitted to INEC a fake certificate earlier and blamed the university for giving him said fake certificate to submit. And the university is not even trying to clear their name. Hear me out. It's been a while since I spoke about Tinubu on this channel, because it's no longer fun. It was fun at first, you know, when he was dancing on stage, making gaffes that all of us could laugh to. But now, there are actually serious consequences to what this guy is doing. And I haven't even spoken on his policies or anything like that because I've been waiting on the courts. That will be the judgment that cements the direction that Nigeria goes in. Could be a judgment that will be a landmark one that will set Nigeria on the right path, or it could be a judgment that will be a landmark one that will ensure the destruction of Nigeria. So it's up to the judges to decide. I can already feel the tension seated here. Thanks so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. Once again, my name is Obi King.
Chicago State University, where I graduated, has attested to that. Now I can announce that I've received my original replacement degree certificate from them.
Okay, if Tinubu is saying now he has received his original replacement certificate from them, which certificate did he submit to INEC? Oh man.
The Deloitte trained me as an accounting firm.
The university certificate of the second respondent from Chicago University, signed by the Associate General Counsel of Legal Affairs, Chicago State University, which the certification was done on the 28th of June 2023 with a receipt of $1,000 paid for this certification. Now, when I saw this presentation of evidence, the first thing I thought to myself is, what university on this planet they pay $1,000 to certify your certificate? Like, why would you need to do that? Don't you think that's a bit expensive?